Once upon a time, there was a millionaire named William. William was dating this beautiful woman named Elizabeth while working for his family's company. A few months went by, and one day Elizabeth found out that she was pregnant with twin boys. Justin, the oldest of the two, and Hudson, who was just minutes younger. When William heard of this, he quickly ran from town. With his money, he took and left Elizabeth to raise the boys on her own. Elizabeth understood why William ran. William's parents did not like Elizabeth, and he was about to take over his family's company. William panicked. He did not want to upset his father before the company was officially his. Throughout the years, Elizabeth raised the boys on her own, and they became good young men. But one day, Elizabeth became deathly ill. Before she died, Elizabeth wanted the boys to know something. Elizabeth explained to the boys who their father was and how the boys were not to blame for him leaving. After taking it all in, the boys went on to discover their long-lost father. When they arrived at their father's house, William began to recognize the boys. He knew they were his boys. He just had this feeling when they arrived. William began to become the father he always wanted to be for the boys. A few days later, after the boys were introduced to the family's company and began their lives with their father, William decided to take his nice Porsche out for a ride. William began to go fast and tail-spun into a tree. When the accident smoke cleared and the scene was safe to investigate, the boys were informed that their father had died. Justin and Hudson were devastated. Luckily for the boys, before their father's passing, William put the boys in his will, stating that one of them was to take over the company. The boys argued for days. Finally came to the conclusion that Justin, the oldest, would run the company and share all the benefits with Hudson. A few months went by, and the youngest brother began to become jealous of all the recognition the older brother was getting. So he plotted against his older brother. The next day, the boys went on a hunt for wild boar out by the river. When the eldest brother began to aim and take his shot at killing a wild pig, his younger brother aimed as well, but not at the pig. As the eldest brother began to pull the trigger, so did his younger brother, the bullet piercing through Justin's heart. The younger brother fetched the pig that his brother so graciously still shot and made his way back to the house. The security guards were there awaiting the brothers, but Hudson was the only one who returned. They asked Hudson where the eldest was, and the only response they got was, he went his own way and plans to never return. A few years went by, and the youngest brother became very fat and rich. He went back out to the river again to go hunting. He recognized the spot that he was in. It was where he shot his brother Justin. He began to panic a little. Noises started coming from the bushes. He began to try and run, but Hudson was so overweight, it was more like an uncoordinated waddle. The noises kept getting closer and closer as he waddled away, when suddenly the gun went off. Hudson, the youngest brother, had fallen. He tripped over one of his wild boar traps and shot himself. Dead. The end.